Let me go to the issue of national defense. As president, the largest military buildup since the Reagan years. First pay raise in many, many years for our military. You resolved the VA hospital scandal that existed in the Biden-Obama years. You removed the rules of engagement, which allowed you to beat the caliphate in Syria, which Joe and Barack were not able to do. You got Soleimani, Baghdadi and associates. You got the al-Qaeda leader in Yemen, and you're pulling America out of long, protracted wars by the use of new military technology. But the story is claiming that you disparage fallen soldiers.
Yeah, it's a total lie. It's total disinformation. They put it out, then they do commercials on it. And to think that nobody that I know could have said those things, look down at soldiers that have been dead for decades and decades and decades, real heroes. And they made it up. They made up the story. We have 21 people. I think you probably saw much more than that if we wanted to, because there were many people there. And the Secret Service wouldn't let me take the trip because of the dangers of going through very crowded parts of a certain part of Europe, as you know, or in Paris. And they wouldn't let, they said, we can't do it because the helicopter couldn't fly. It was raining as hard as I've ever seen it rain. It was foggy, so foggy you couldn't see anything. It was serious Paris fog, and like you couldn't see anything. So I knew immediately you couldn't take the helicopter. The drive would have been a very long one, which I had nothing else to do. I went there for that. In fact, the next day I went to another cemetery, and by the way, it was pouring, but not nearly as hard, but it was pouring, and I made a speech in the rain. No umbrellas, no anything. You know, they said, it's just disinformation. I didn't want to get my hair wet. I've had my hair wet plenty of times. I made plenty of speeches in the rain. And if I didn't, you wouldn't be president right now, that I can tell you. So it's disinformation. They made up a story about two disgusting words that they say I said, and I didn't. And I have many witnesses. We have 21 witnesses. They only have sources. Sources say there are no sources. They made it up. It's a bad guy. It's a bad failing magazine called The Atlantic. And, of course, the media picks it up. And then they do television commercials. We put them a notice, don't do it, take it down. And I've worked too hard on the military and making it really great again. That's what we've done. We've rebuilt it. It was totally depleted when I took over. It was depleted. It was tired. It was exhausted from all these endless wars where our soldiers are being brought back, because I can't stand to see them coming back in shape. When they're not really fighting, they're really serving as police forces over there. We're not fighting to win, and they haven't fought to win. But I knocked out ISIS, killed Soleimani, killed al-Baghdadi, did things that Obama can't even think about doing. When I took over, ISIS was all over Syria, it was all over Iraq. But I want to get out of there now. We've done it. Let them protect themselves. And there's plenty of countries over there that can do it.